Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on the time zone. Now, the Madaraka Day celebration has brought out some issues very clear under the Kenya Kwanza administration. We have had the differences between Ruto and his deputy. That difference had not been come out clear publicly because Ruto from his side, he had not reacted to this in the public in terms of his statement. But we know members of parliament had made a lot of noise, those from Rift Valley defending Oscar Sudi, Gachagwa directly attacking people like Oscar Sudi, telling people to stay in their own constituencies. Musitoke. With all that, Ruto decided to respond to Gachagwa. And his response is now attracting attention of Kenyans. We had already shared that video when Ruto came out to talk about the politics of tribalism should never be encouraged. Politics of ethnic balkanization, personalities should end. That was William Ruto. Then what has caught the attention of Kenyans is now the statement that CS for Interior Kithure Kindiki went forward to share on his social media. And that is what I want us to look into. Look here, things are getting bad for Gachagwa. Why Kithure Kindiki, Gachagwa's junior, picked this story and shared when he know what Gachagwa has been pushing for in Mount Kenya region. Remember when Ruto was in Bungoma campaigning, launching projects, zile zinakuanga hot air. Gachagwa was not with William Ruto. Gachagwa was elsewhere. But he was also campaigning, not campaigning for William Ruto. It was tribal political campaign. Mount Kenya. Listen to Kithure Kindiki's position. The mobilization and the incitement of ethnic communities against each other is a barbaric, cruel, and dangerous political misadventure that poses grave danger to our country's future. Kenya's ugly past experience with ethnic brood violence should jolt all of us. Whatever tongue we speak and whichever part of the country we come from, to resist and to name and shame the propagators of ethnic hate and the us versus them narrative that nearly destroyed Kenya in December and January of 2007-2008. It's talking about the violence that took place. Grateful to President Ruto for reminding us in his address to the nation today. We eschew ethnic politics as the sure way of shielding ourselves from taking the slippery part of the hate that has destroyed many countries. Our common survival, the unity of Kenya and the security of our homeland supersede any other loyalists that we may be tempted to pursue. I don't know your interpretation from Kithure Kindiki's post. Whom is he addressing? Are they just Kenyans, or we have other leaders that he is also addressing in this? But who is the owner of this script? We want to look into all those. But before we go deeper into that, just a quick request. For those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. By the way, when you give a thumbs up to the videos, you really help us, because that's how YouTube is going to recommend our videos to more viewers, and that's how we will reach out to a larger audience, and that's how you are helping Stureh Punchline to grow. We are heading to 100,000, of course, to Nairobi 60 to Gonga 70, 70 to 80, and to Fike Mia. I know by God's grace, with your support and subscription, we will achieve that. because we came from zero to something where we are. So please keep on sharing and encouraging people to subscribe. And I want to thank everyone who has really been supporting by spreading the Stureh Punchline Gospel and encouraging people to subscribe. Thank you. I acknowledge all of you. People are doing so, and I'm getting to learn that. Now, without wasting time, let us go back to our main discussion. We saw Anne Waiguru responding to Rigathi Gachagwa on Madaraka Day celebration that she was officiating in Kirinyaga. We saw him very clear. Sorry for that. He came out and she made a decision that never again should Mount Kenya people go into tribal politics. Ethnic politics must end. That was Anne Waiguru. Now, Kithure Kindiki, a man who was contesting to be a running mate to William Ruto in 2022, he beat Gachagwa in the nominations, if there was any. He's now coming here and warning Gachagwa. The message is for Gachagwa. Number 2, in Kenya Kwanza administration, he is the only individual who is leading tribal politics. All allies of Gachagwa are preaching Mount Kenya regional politics. Their position and what they want. That is it. So Kithure Kindiki is addressing his boss regarding Gachagwa. We should not go into tribal politics and all those things. Let me tell you now what is going to follow this. We know Gachagwa has security, very huge security. Wale wa kulinda maboma, wale wa kulinda mali yake, wale wa kulinda mwenyewe, and the layers of his security is about 3 layers. What happened to William Ruto might happen to Gachagwa when his security was withdrawn, then later changed and reduced, cut to a size. And this is a clear warning. Kithure Kindiki, your interior CS. The other time it was Fred Matiang'i. He was even called in a National Assembly committee to answer to this. Now it will be the turn of Kithure Kindiki to answer to the same. So Kithure Kindiki is preparing the ground to withdraw Gachagwa's security, because when Gachagwa will get out to go and campaign in Mount Kenya, like what he was doing prior to Madaraka Day, he will go and repeat it, and he will be preaching what Ruto is against and what Kithure Kindiki is against. Ethnic politics, tribal politics. That watu wetu wa mlima sisi kitu tunasimamia, sijui viongozi atanyima security. Wasema ya kwamba we cannot fund an individual and give him security to go and incite Kenyans and bring about the issue of tribal politics. We will not fund that as a government, and by doing so, we are going to withdraw regarding Gachagwa's security or reduce it. It is not a coincidence that Ruto talked about it, then Anne Waiguru picked it, then we have Kithure Kindiki picking it. This is a script, well written, and they are playing to the script. They are about to achieve their agenda. And the agenda is to humiliate, frustrate, and intimidate Gachagwa until he submit or he walk out. You either submit or walk out. Or if you're not submitting, then prepare to suffer. So Gachagwa, if you are not well informed, this is a warning. Prepare to be intimidated by this administration. Kama kuna mali yoyote ulichukua kwa mkono ya nyuma, na kuambia tu saizi corruption cases zitaanza kufuata. William Ruto talked about the issue of budget in the other video. That they want to focus on corruption. Hakusema budget. But when you talk about focusing on finishing corruption but not bringing about tribal politics, Ni nani mwenye alipewa bajeti ya kufanya repair ya nyumba yake ya serikali, and that budget was shared in public? The budget using to repair State House haijakuja clear. But that one for repairing regarding Gachagwa's office, the office of the deputy president, and the official residence of the deputy president, ilitoka. Tuliona ya kwamba the budget that was used to put up a new structure costed taxpayers 450 million Kenyan shillings. Now listen to the bombshell. Repair of the same office is going to attract 600 million Kenyan shillings, a difference of 150 million, a difference of 150 million Kenyan shillings. But this one is for repair, not putting up a new structure. Kwa nini alipewa hiyo budget? Alipewa with a plan to expose him, and soon atakuwa na kesi za aina hiyo. So Gachagwa should prepare for intimidation. His security might be withdrawn. He might suffer because they will say that he's promoting a gospel of hate, gospel of tribalism. And therefore the government will not support such by facilitating such an individual. Period.